Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Davis Field for today's Hart Women's Soccer Tournament Championship matchup between the number 2 seeded Missouri Valley College Vikings and your number 1 seeded Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of Character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now, if you'd please rise and remove your hats for a prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor you in all you do on and off the field, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. And now let's meet the starters for today's contest. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, Missouri Valley College. Number 4, Hart's second team all-conference selection, Deja White. Number 7, Hannah Kanami. Number 8, first team Hart all-conference selection, Marisco Govera. Number 9, a second team Hart all-conference selection, Victoria Einsbohr. Number 10, a second team all-conference selection, Judith Ferrer. Number 13, Miriam Alvaro Agaro. Number 14, Carla Carmona. Number 16, a Hart second team all-conference selection, Marta Carrasco Mesa. Number 19, a first team all-conference selection, Rena Kanami. Number 23, the Hart Offensive Player of the Year, Ashley Ribas. And in goal, number 30, Lola Benitez. The Vikings are led by head coach Drew Hopkins, and he's assisted by Juli Mijas and Leticia Sebra. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your number 1 seeded Central Methodist Eagles. A freshman goalkeeper, number 1, Candela Blanco. A graduate midfielder and a Hart third team all-conference selection, number 3, Renee Barrett. Junior midfielder and a Hart third team all-conference selection, number 6, Cade Yamaguchi. A freshman midfielder and a Hart first team all-conference selection, number 8, Larissa Azorio. Freshman forward, number 10, Paula Castro. Junior forward, number 11, Lacey Ann Murray. Freshman midfielder, number 12, Delia Letelier. A freshman defender and a Hart first team all-conference selection, number 17, Nereida Munoz. freshman forward in this year's Hart Freshman of the Year, number 21, Mariana Barreto. Junior forward in the Hart Newcomer of the Year, number 24, Christine Luque. Senior defender in this year's Hart Defensive Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year, number 7, Alicia Zamora. Eagles are led by head coach Dan Schmidlin, who's assisted by Tyler Watkins and Judith Gonzalez Oliveras. Good luck to both teams. All right, welcome to Davis Field here on the beautiful campus of Central Methodist University. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central Methodist, bringing you the action. We've got Hart Women's Soccer Conference Tournament Championship action here between the number 2 seeded Missouri Valley College Vikings and your number 1 seeded Central Methodist Eagles. Steal that program from you. So we just got through starting lineup, so we'll get ready to go here shortly. And we are off. CMU, the 4-time defending Hart regular season and conference tournament champions. Looking to win their 5th straight with a victory here today. CMU looking to work quickly. They're going from left to right on your screen, wearing the gray kits with the lime green trim. Missouri Valley going from right to left on your screen. They'll be wearing the dark purple and black kits with the orange trim, an orange number. So hopefully a good day for our statistician to be able to see some numbers. We'll have to see. CMU enters this contest 17-1-1. They finished the regular season at a perfect 11-0. Conference action. Missouri Valley 14-4-2 overall, 10-1-0 in conference play. Their only loss is to Central Methodist back here. And I believe that was mid-September. Might have been October. I'll have to go check, but. And that ball is skied, goes over the net. That was number 8, Maluska Guevara, with the shot too high. That'll be the first one of the afternoon for Missouri Valley. Again, appreciate everyone tuning in. I know it's a busy day around the conference. So wherever you're tuning in, we appreciate you. Munoz sends that one upfield. Goes out of play, so that'll be in favor of Missouri Valley. That'll be a throw-in. That'll be Hannah Kanami on the throw-in. So we read all of our all conference selections for both sides pregame. Missouri Valley trying to break in. That's cleared by Zamora. And for whatever reason, I decided to give Alicia Hart Offensive Player of the Year honors as well as Defensive Player of the Year honors, so well-rounded overall. But during pregame, she's actually just Defensive Player of the Year and Hart Player of the Year. So for all you guys that heard that, it was a goof on my part. Ashley Rebus for Missouri Valley is the only Hart Offensive Player of the Year. But Alicia certainly has done well. Defensive Player of the Year and Player of the Year honors for the senior from Valladolid, Spain, trying to lead her team to a 5th consecutive Hart tournament championship. Valley controlling possession here early on. Munoz throws that in. Zamora tracks that down. Goes out on Valley, so CMU get the throw in. Ball turned over. It's Missouri Valley with it now. Trying to get into that back line. Cleared by Letelier. Oh. So a foul on CMU is going to give the Vikings an opportunity to set piece here on a free kick from about the 16. CMU is going to form their wall as Candela Blanco is going to provide instructions. This is going to be number 8, Molusco Guevara. Guevara sends this one in. Finds the back of the net. Valley leads 1-0. So Molusco Guevara puts the Vikings on the board here first, just 6 minutes into this contest on a free kick from about 17 yards out. And Blanco was in the right spot at the right time. Just bounced off the post, it looked like, and found the back of the net. So really just good, well-taken free kick from Guevara. CMU trails 1-0 here. And similar story as to the semifinals. Central finds themselves trailing early. We'll see how the number 1 overall seeded Eagles respond. Of course, Valley have not had much luck against CMU the past few years, so you have to imagine that they're trying to knock off the top seeded Eagles, and both these teams have clinched a spot in the national tournament with an appearance today. So we'll see how CMU responds. Murray sends one in, flicked. That's Barreto there, too high from the freshman. Good quick counter there by the Eagles. About 7 minutes into this one. So it's Lola Benitez in goal for Missouri Valley. She's freshman goalkeeper out of Madrid, Spain. So, freshman on freshman. So, Munoz will throw this in and goes out on Missouri Valley. That's Luque. Luque, the Hart newcomer of the year for CMU. Osorio back to Zamora. Zamora up to Munoz. Osorio is looking for Murray. Sent out. Zamora to Yamaguchi. Murray. I think that's Barrick up there. Renee Barrick. Nice move inside. Barrick looking for Castro. Cleared though. And we've got a stoppage. It's going to be I think it's going to be a drop ball for the goalkeeper. So CMU must, I don't know if a foul was committed or what the case was, but it'll be a dropped ball. Benitez will send that one upfield, and we'll resume action here. Again, if you're just now tuning in, Molusco Guevara, senior midfielder out of Panama City, Panama, on a free kick from about 20 yards out. Slipped a ball past Central's goalkeeper Blanco, found the back right corner of the net for the first score of the game, and CMU finds themselves trailing early here. Goal is about 5-6 minutes in, so CMU's got some work to do if they want to get back in this game. Good thing is there's plenty of time, as that ball is going to get skied, and we'll see if it gets out of play and into the trees. And it just stays in. So our ball runners will be happy about that. So Valley will get a throw in on the far side. Christine Luque to Castro. Ball sent back. Osorio to Murray. Castro comes away with it. Castro up to Osorio. Osorio over to Luque. We'll call Luque for offside. She was about 3 or 4 yards in front of that last line of defense. So offsides for the Hart newcomer of the year. Again, we've got football over in St. Louis playing Missouri Baptist in their final game of 2023. CMU volleyball will also be playing in the conference championship against Park University over in Parkville. It's going to be a 2 o'clock first serve for the Pirates and the Eagles. And defensive miscue, that's Luque. Benitez way off of her line, but again, Valley defense is right there. Good scoring opportunity. Okay, goes down. So they'll call a foul. So it's actually going to be a corner kick, so they ended up calling it out. So set piece for CMU, their first real scoring opportunity. This is going to be Osorio to take it. Osorio, first team all-conference selection, sends one into the box, headed out. Right back to Osorio, though. She sends one in. Again, deflected out. Again, it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Again, we've got women's wrestling, men's bowling, football, women's soccer, obviously here, which you're tuning into, and then women's volleyball at 2 o'clock and women's basketball at 2 o'clock over in Sterling, Kansas, as they take on the Sterling College Warriors. So a busy day, maybe not necessarily on the CMU campus, but for our teams kind of just all over the Midwest competing and traveling. So, again, you can find all the live links for those at cmueagles.com. And this is the featured matchup here today. Number 1 and number 2. Longtime rivals, just about 45 minutes apart. CMU in Fayette, and then Missouri Valley over in Marshall, about 45 minutes west. So, again, Vikings with the early lead here. CMU trying to counter. Barrick looking for Castro. Castro was looking for Luque. Castro sends it up to Barreto. Barreto out wide. Barreto stops. Barreto, Castro. Castro looking for Murray. Cleared out. Zamora. Munoz. Again, that was a good series for CMU. Broke into the box there. Munoz. Castro. Deflected, but goes to Letelier. Letelier up to Barreto. That's Mariana Barreto. They'll call her offsides. That's the second offsides called. So that'll go the other way for CMU, but you can see the Eagles starting to break into that defensive back line a little bit here as we go along. And if you're got multiple screens coming up, you probably saw that CMU Eagles football got on the board. Couldn't tell you what happened, though, because Tim is dropping the ball over here, telling me what's going on. But, alas, CMU touchdown in the first quarter. They're looking to tie things up against the Spartans in their final game of 2023. I also forgot to shout out Tim the other day. So shout out to Tim Crowley for running the music and fixing the nets and doing the 60-second countdown. It's quite strenuous work, but he somehow makes it work. So well done to Mr. Tim Crowley and company. Deja White throws that one in. Easy work for Blanco. It's about 14 minutes left here. Really? Hmm. Oh. Barrick. Back to Munoz. Munoz. Ball sent back right to Zamora. Zamora donning the captain's armband today. Aguero. That's Einsbohr with it. Einsbohr back to Aguero. Aguero with Azaro. Azario providing pressure. Munoz sends that one back out, but right to Missouri Valley. That's Carmona. Turned over. Murray trying to chase it down. Really just a game of ping pong at this point. Aguero. That ball's headed. Too far high. Again, it's been a busy day for the freshman goalkeeper from Avila, Spain, and they're asking for a handball on Barrick, and they did grant it, so basically goes down as a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Missouri Valley in a similar spot where they were before. And Malusco Guevara, senior midfielder out of Panama City, Panama, looks like she'll take this one. She was about 10 yards further upfield when she scored for the Vikings just about 5 or 6 minutes in. On a brilliant free kick. We'll see if she can do the same thing here. See what kind of defense CMU puts up. But also, Judith Ferrer, sophomore forward out of Barcelona, Spain, also there. So we'll see which one takes this. I assume it would be Guevara. We'll see. It will be. Ball sent in. Good save by Blanco. Ball headed. And I think they initially call a foul. There was a second attempt at it by a Missouri Valley forward, but I think the whistle was blown before then. So give that a save for Blanco and then a foul on Missouri Valley. It'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. turned over. Valley's going to come away with it. Good defense by Zamora. The ball trucks out of bounds, though, so it'll be a throw-in for Valley deep in CMU territory. 28 minutes gone here. 28 minutes left, excuse me. And you're checking in. CMU and Missouri Baptist for football are all tied up at 7 apiece in the first quarter. Of course, we'll bring you scores from all the other programs as we move along today. Ball thrown in. Headed out by Zamora. Shot taken, deflected again by Zamora. That ball will get cleared out. I believe that was Guevara again, so she's had a busy day so far. No, he's number 2. Yamaguchi throws that one in, deflected out on Missouri Valley, so CMU move a little bit further upfield. Again, both these teams have already punched their tickets to the NAIA National Tournament, but obviously want some bragging rights going into NAIA postseason play. So those games will kick off depending on what your pod looks like and where you fall. You could be hosting games on the 16th and the 18th. Again, that'll all come out this Monday on the NAIA YouTube page. I think that women's soccer is at 12 and then volleyball's at 2. So we'll have all that information out for you guys as we go along here. But yeah, keep an eye on all the CMU social media channels, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the like. And that's Rebus, Ashley Rebus. Shot right at Blanco, though. Good save by the freshman. Rebus, the Hart Offensive Player of the Year in the conference. CMU nearly sweeping the superlative awards, 5 of the 6. The only one they didn't take home was Offensive Player of the Year honors, which went to Rebus and Missouri Valley, and deservedly so. Barrick was looking for Barreto, but good job by Kanami to clear that one out. It'll be a throw-in for CMU as they maintain possession here. Munoz will throw it in. CMU, a loaded roster, but a lot of young players. Okay, that ball's turned over. Judah Ferrer with it. Up to Aguero. Still in play. Goes the way of CMU. It'll be a throw-in. Ball sent out. Again, CMU will stay with it. It'll just be thrown in a little bit further downfield. Munoz to Barreto. Mariana Barreto. Rebus. Yamaguchi chasing. Not enough on it, though. Good job by Blanco to clear that one out. Ball sent up. Letelier. Letelier still fighting with Einsbor on it. Sends it back to Munoz. Munoz to Barrick. Barrick to Barreto. Barreto here on the near side. Barreto up to Letelier. Good job by Kanami to clear that and get it back in Valley possession. Official providing some good defense there. with that, Missouri Valley's going to maintain possession, and that's Arribas. Hard Offensive Player of the Year. Arribas, good shot, block by Yamaguchi. Zamora to Castro. Turned over, though. Ball still up for grabs. Ball goes out of play. We'll get a first couple substitutions. It'll be number 15, Andrea Jimenez. He's going to come on and replace Castro. So 15 for 10 if we're talking with our statisticians. What? You're welcome. Letelier up to Barreto. Barreto dribbles down the near side, sends one in. Barreto. Too high. That would have been a cross if Jimenez would have been a little bit closer. We'd be able to flick that in the back of the net, alas. Benitez will bring that one out. And Jessica Mera, number 22, will also come on. Here's Shorley. Murray. Yamaguchi. Again, if you're just now joining us, Malusco Guevara for Missouri Valley turned a free kick into a goal in about the 5th or 6th minute of play to give Missouri Valley a 1-0 lead here. So it's kind of where we stand right now. CMU a little out of sorts here. They've had a couple of chances, but Missouri Valley's played well, and CMU in a similar situation against Benedictine in the Hart semifinals. So we'll see if they can make some adjustments here in the final 21, or if they can make some adjustments in the second half. Still a lot of soccer to be played. Yes, correct. Ball thrown in. Yamaguchi. Ball sent out. They'll call a foul on Missouri Valley, I believe, so it'll be a free kick for Zamora and the Eagles. Zamora will take that at about the 43, 44. She's going to crank it all the way back to the 41, if you're looking at the football grid lines there. Ball sent back. More to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi to Zorio. Zorio up to Zamora. Zorio to Munoz. Munoz. She's got Luque and Murray. Poor soccer ball is going to go into the trees, so we may or may not see that ball again. I don't know. Meta replaces Munoz, so a couple substitutions for CMU as we just get under 20 minutes here in half number 1. Again, as we wind things down here in the first half, we'll provide some halftime stats for you, and then we'll take about a 15-minute break. Valley, a little bit of an opportunity to break away. That's Aguero. Aguero up to Kanami. Kanami to Guevara. Aguero was looking for some offensive pressure up front, but too far out in front. An easy work for Blanco. Into the first quarter over in St. Louis, CMU and Missouri Baptist are tied at 7 apiece. That's the regular season finale for both sides. Osorio back to Blanco. Blanco to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi to Murray. Ball sent back to Letelier. Stine Lee will come in for CMU here shortly. Letelier kicks that ball up to Murray. That's Lacey Ann Murray. Can't make the corner, though. She goes down. They'll call a foul. I don't think there will be a card. But we'll get a talking to. We'll see. I believe that's number 19, Rena Kanami. Junior midfielder. So CMU in a interesting spot for a set piece. I think that's going to be... I think that's Osorio. I can't tell. Okay, got confirmation. So Osorio on the free kick. About 5 yards closer than a corner. So, whistle's blown. High floater sent in, headed. Cleared. Jimenez. Too high for the freshman, just over the crossbar. And Barretto's down in the box. Hopefully she's able to get up. So we'll get a stoppage in play as she's tended to. Stine Lee looks like she's going to come in. We'll see what happens there. So we'll take a quick break. She gets tended to, so Lee is going to replace Barrick. That'll be the next substitutions for CMU. So we'll be right back. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Heart Conference Network. All right, so after all that, Barreto comes off. Heinrichsen comes on. Appeared to be some blood on the turf, so we had to address that, which was why we had such the long stoppage in play. But all is well now. So that's Azario with some space. Azario up to Murray. Murray on the... sends one in. Sent back out. Letelier. And the sun has finally come out. I suspect it won't stay long, though, and as I say that, the clouds come over again, so sad day. But about 50 degrees here on campus, and ball goes out of... Let me see if that ball went out of play. Nope, it's going to be a foul on Valley on the far side, so Zamora will take this. Zamora. Again, if you're just now joining us, CMU trails Missouri Valley 1-0. Maluska Guevara with a free kick from about 20 yards out, just 6 or 7 minutes into this contest. Puts the Vikings out in front. Vikings number 2 seed in the conference tournament. Looking to end CMU's streak of 4 consecutive conference tournament championships. Yamaguchi goes down. Good tackle. Valley comes away with it. Ball sent upfield. Zamora with it. Zamora with a little bit of pressure. Again, CMU knocked off number 8 seeded Baker in the quarters 5-0, and then after trailing versus Benedictine in the first half and at halftime, CMU rattled off 5 second-half goals in the semifinals to get them here today's championship final. Missouri Valley took care of business against Clark as the 2 seed. Clark coming in as the 7. And they beat MNU in a last-second goal, 2-1, over in Marshall. That's kind of where we are. And both these teams got here 1 versus 2. They'll call, I believe that is number 13, Alguero, with the foul. Maddie Hudson will come in for Valley at some point here, number 18 on the sidelines. Stine Lee sends one into the box. It's headed out. Azario. Back to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi to Zamora. Zamora directing traffic, donning the captain's armband today. Heinrichsen. All flipped on. That's Arribas with Yamaguchi. Collision between Zamora and Arribas. Again, Arribas, the hard offensive player of the year against the defensive player of the year in Zamora. So those two will be going head-to-head all afternoon as we're just under 13 minutes left here in half number 1. So Hudson will come on. She will replace number 9, Victoria Einsbohr. So her first half is done, but you imagine we'll see her in the second half. Again, CMU maintained a good majority of possession here in the past 5 to 6 minutes. Really been playing down on Missouri Valley's end of the field. And Emma Doyle, number 5, will come in for Central. She's going to replace Murray. Again, Murray had a goal. I think it was the 4th goal against Benedictine on Wednesday. Missouri Valley with a chance to send a ball into the box. Deflected out by Zamora. That'll be a corner kick, though. Another opportunity to set piece for the Vikings. So dangerous territory if you're an Eagles fan. And I think that's number 8, Guevara. That's going to take this corner. We'll see. High ball sent in. Meta gets ahead on it. Yamaguchi clears it. Ball goes out of play, so it'll be a throw-in for Missouri Valley. It's under 11 minutes here in half number 1 of this Hart Tournament Championship. Ball sent in. Zamora. Good job by the senior. She'll send that one out. I think that might be a corner, and it will. So Deja White will take this, number 4. Either that or it's just a very deep throw in, but we'll have to see. So it'll be a throw in. That's White. Good job by Zamora to make sure that one just a corner kick sent in. These corner kicks are a little more dangerous versus throw-ins. Ball cleared out. Again, Valley still providing pressure, miscommunication between Blanco and Meta. Meta runs into her own goalkeeper. Goes down and CMU just a little bit disjointed here as we hit the 9-minute mark of the first half. See Barreto over here warming up, trying to get loose, and you have to imagine that they'll need her. I believe this is White, number 4 again, who will take this corner. Just under 9 minutes. Short corner. Correction, that was actually Guevara. Again, Guevara had the first goal and well taken quick kick, but again, right at Blanco though, and there's a little bit of wind that deters. That'll deter that ball, and again, Missouri Valley, it looks like they've got the wind with them this half, so that'll bode well for CMU in the second half if they can hold Missouri Valley scoreless here and regroup. At halftime, they've got some work to do, though. Meta up to Osorio. Osorio to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi back to Stine Lee. Again, Yamaguchi, a third-team all-conference selection, that entire defensive back line. Earned hard all-conference honors with Zamora, Munoz, and Yamaguchi. Meta to Jimenez. Jimenez looking for Letelier, goes out of play. White was there as well for Missouri Valley. It'll be a throw-in for White and the Vikings. Ball sent back. Zamora just will let that go out of the back of the end zone. It'll be a goal kick for Blanco and the Eagles. Shout out to Mr. Chad Gaines, our vice president, for tuning in today. Well, he messaged me, so he must be listening and watching in person. So shout out to him for coming on out. That's Arribas. Ball sent in. Headed out by Osorio. Yamaguchi trying to track it down. That's Guevara. Turned over. Ball sent up to Doyle. Doyle with some space. She's got Jimenez. Good defense by Missouri Valley. Lee. Osorio. Goes back the way of Missouri Valley. That's White. Luque providing pressure, as was Jimenez. Jimenez sends this one up. She's got Heinrichsen, who heads it to Doyle. Shout out to Brant McCall, working at the NAI, one of their SIDs, who's about to get real busy here in the month of November for championships. So shout out to Brant for tuning in, formerly the SID at Dakota Wesleyan. And that throw-in will be given to Missouri Valley. Say Luque doesn't like the call. Really doesn't like the call, but not going to win that battle with the side judge. Jimenez up to Heinrichsen. Yamaguchi to Azario. Azario, Arribas providing good pressure. A little miscommunication there, and CMU comes back away with it. Doyle sends it over here to the near side to Maeda. Maeda to Azario. Azario back to Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi up to Letelier. Missouri Valley's defense read that pass, quickly sent it out, but it'll be a throw-in for CMU's. We're just under 5 minutes left here in half number one. CMU trails 1-0 here in the championship match of the Hart Conference Tournament. 1 versus 2. And Lauren Berger, number 18, is going to grab a penny, so she'll come on here shortly. Provide some much-needed energy here in the final 4 minutes. See if CMU can find any offensive push here as we close in on half number one. The ball sent up to Doyle. Doyle tries to chase it down. Goes out of play. Good defense by Missouri Valley. CMU inching further and further along, though. They'll get a throw-in on the far side of the field, and that's Lauren Berger coming on. She's going to replace, it looks like, Letelier. So Lauren Berger for Letelier will probably be the last substitution here. Berger, a freshman midfielder out of Kansas City. Ball quickly thrown in, cleared by Missouri Valley. It's Azario, though, with it now. Larissa Azario, she's got some space. Azario had Luque and Berger lurking there, but good job by Benitez to smother that. About 3.5 minutes left here. Zamora back to Blanco. Blanco to Berger. Berger and Maeda both colliding, so it'll go the way of Missouri Valley here. Just under 3 minutes left. See if either side can net a goal here in this final 2.5 minutes. Deja White, throw in. Maeda heads it out. Jimenez clears it. White still with it. White. Good job by Blanco. Scoops that one up. She had a couple of Missouri Valley forwards lurking in her vicinity. She sends that one out to about midfield. Letelier to Azario. Azario to Maeda. Maeda back to Blanco. Trying to reset. Just about 2 minutes left here. Yamaguchi to Heinrichsen. Heinrichsen slips past, goes to Doyle. Doyle trying to find Berger, but again, cleared out. It seemed just a little bit slow on that offensive push, getting everyone forward. Just about 90 seconds left. Again, at halftime, we'll give you the halftime stats. And we'll take about a 15-minute break. It's a good tackle by Maeda, no call. Meta to Osorio. Osorio to Berger. Berger is trying to find Jimenez. Good defense by White. Ball goes out of play. We're just about at the minute countdown. Berger sends it up to Jimenez. And we'll get a Jimenez on the foul, number 15. So I think that'll go the way of Missouri Valley, as the 60-second countdown is on. Again, I've got to raffle away a few gift cards here at halftime, so it'll be about a 2-3 minute pause while we raffle those off, and then we'll get you the halftime stats shortly after. Never mind, I'll bring you stats first, and then I'll do the raffle, so we'll get you those stats fairly quickly if I can get my phone to load all the information. About 30 seconds left here. Zamora bombs one up the field, looking for Berger. Berger trying to chase that down, but good defense by White. White comes away with it. Berger goes down. 10-second countdown will be on here shortly.
9, 8, 7, 6.
That's Arribas. Arribas with Blanco off her line. Good defense by Yamaguchi. Entire Missouri Valley crowd wanting a foul. They're not going to get it, though, and that'll be how we reach halftime. So a little bit of a shaky start for CMU. They've got some work to do here as we hit the halftime break. So let me provide some quick stats for you guys. Let me get them pulled up. So don't go away. We'll be right back here listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Heart Conference Network. So looking at the halftime stats, Missouri Valley, 7 total shots compared to 4 for CMU. 4 of those shots coming on goal, including the go-ahead goal from, if I can find her, see if I can find the minute that she scored in, Guevara, on that free kick about 6 or 7 minutes in. 3 combined corners, 2 for Missouri Valley, 1 for CMU. CMU called for a couple of offsides, 10 fouls combined for both sides, but fairly clean game so far. Looking at individual stats, Lola Benitez with a pair of saves, Maluska Guevara, obviously, 3 leading the way, 3 shots, 2 shots on goal, and then obviously that one goal as well. Ashley Ribas, the Hart Offensive Player of the Year, she's got a pair of shots, including a shot on goal. And
Meta Carrasco Mesa and Judith Ferreira, both with a shot on goal for Ferreira. And looking at CMU, Mariana Blair, she's got 2 shots, one of those shots coming in goal. Andrea Jimenez and Melissa Osorio both with shots, including a shot on goal for Osorio. So only 4 total shots for the Eagles, a little bit of a rough first half, similar to what they were doing against Benedictine College in the Hart semifinal. So we'll see if they can adjust here at the halftime break. So, Candela Blanco Esteban, then goal allowed, 3 saves in the first 45, so some work to do here for CMU in the second half. A lot of action left here in the final 45, so we'll take a quick break. Don't go away, we've got about 12 and a half minutes on the clock. So we'll be back shortly. CMU trails 1-0 here in this Hart Conference Tournament Championship. You are listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. second half action for you here in this Hart Women's Soccer Tournament Championship match between the number 2 seeded Missouri Valley College Vikings and your number 1 seeded Central Methodist Eagles. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications, bringing you the action here this afternoon. CMU finds themselves trailing 1-0 here. An early goal by the Vikings and Malusko Guevara on a free kick. Just about 6 or 7 minutes into this contest gave the Vikings a 1-0 lead. So CMU a slow start. We'll see how they respond here in the second half. Barreto and Munoz over there on the far side. That ball is kicked out of bounds as Letelier is there as well. They're throwing for the Eagles. Barreto again looking for, Castro looking for Luque. Steen Luque had a hat trick in the last game. Looking for something similar here, hopefully, for an Eagles fan. If you're a Vikings fan, you just want to keep CMU off the board here. So, Barreto.
I don't know. Good. All right. A little bit of audio issues. Hopefully that is resolved. I guess the people will text me. If you've got my number, you'll let me know. We'll get a stoppage in play here on our clock. So 42-17 left. So Benitez is going to get the first card of the game. So she is not happy. Slams her glove into the goalpost. This is a good scoring opportunity for CMU. So again, hopefully our audio issues are fixed. Shout out to Brant McCall at the NAI for letting me know, saying that I sound like R2-D2. So sounds good on the replay, but I don't know. Maybe I sound like R2-D2 in real life. Who knows? Alas. So Benitez will go in the book. CMU is going to get a free kick from about 20 yards out, I'd say. This will be Zamora and Castro. Zamora traditionally has taken the free kicks for the Eagles. We'll see if the senior captain elects to do it again here. Official providing instruction. The whistle's blown. That's going to be Castro. Castro sends one in. Finds the back of the net. Paula Castro ties this match up at 1-1. So Paula Castro, the freshman forward from Madrid, Spain, on a beautiful free kick from 20 yards out, curls into that far post, and nothing that Benitez could do about that one, as we are tied now at 1-1. And similar to against Benedictine, CMU started the scoring early in the second half, and the four-time defending conference tournament champions looking to turn it on again. And freshman forward Paula Castro gets him started here. Just about 2.5 minutes in. Well done camera work by Mackenzie Troost and my broadcast producer, KJ Johnson. So shout out to those two. Honestly, looking at that initial shot, I thought it was going to be over the net, but she just curls it in. Down on the far post, and we're tied at 1-1 here. So, again, if this is regular season, it would just end in a draw, but obviously you've got to have a champion here. So if this remains tied, we'll play 2 10-minute overtime periods, and if they're still tied, we will go into PKs, which I don't think we've had a PK shootout yet. I think we've had PKs, but so CMU and Missouri Valley tied 1-1 now. That's Barreto. Barreto with some space. Barreto goes down. They'll get a stoppage and play on the clock, and I think we're going to get our second booking of the day, and we will. See if we can get the number on that. So Rena Kanami, second booking of the day for Missouri Valley. And again, it's going to be another free kick opportunity for Castro. So Castro, left-footed shot, sends one into the box. I think Munoz might have got a little bit of a touch on that. Too far, though, for the freshman. So that'll go out of play. And it'll be a goal kick for Benitez and the Vikings. So tied at 1-1 here in this Hart Conference Tournament Championship. Ball sent upfield. Murray looking for Luque. Too far out in front, though, for the junior. Benitez is going to just let this go out. Five minutes gone here in half number 2. CMU. Quick response coming out of the gate is Paula Castro on a free kick from about 20 yards out. Curls into the left corner of the net. Nothing Benitez can do about that one, and CMU's tied up at 1-1. Leteliers looking for Luque. Barrick to Castro. Castro, shot. Blocked. Eagles still with it now, and you can see the offensive pressure cranking up. Yamaguchi to Murray. Murray with a little bit of space. Again, she was looking for Barreto on a run. Cleared back, though. Cleared by Missouri Valley, but Zamora's going to wrangle it in and send it to Yamaguchi here on the near side. Castro. Ball goes out of play. Throw in awarded to CMU. It's Castro. Castro to Munoz. Munoz to Barreto. Barreto dribbles past her defenders, moving up the far sideline. Barreto tries to send it across into the box. Initially deflected twice. That'll be a corner kick for CMU as it goes through the back of the end zone off of Missouri Valley. So we'll see who takes this. I'm going to assume it's going to be either Castro or Rosario, but I'm going to go with Castro. So Castro and Letelier both over there for CMU. Castro sends this one into the box. Luque finds possession. Cleared, though. Barrick. Again, Murray was lurking, but good job by Benitez. Scoop that one up. Yamaguchi up to Letelier. Letelier back to Castro. Castro with some space up the middle is looking for Barreto. Mariana Barreto has a step or two on her defender. Good defense, though, by Missouri Valley. Goes out of play. She actually stays in play. Munoz sends one in, was looking for Barreto. Both sides debating which side it should go out on. Murray thinks it should go the way of CMU, and it does, so Yamaguchi will throw this one in for Central Methodist. 8 minutes gone here. Murray sends one into the box. Too high, though, and Benitez ball goes out of play. So quick check-in from Parkville. CMU and Park currently knotted at 10-10 in that first set. Murray looking for Luque. Good defense by White. A little scary, though. Could have potentially been an own goal, but too far out left, though, for Missouri Valley. No harm, no foul, but again, CMU is going to get an opportunity at a set piece on a corner kick. I think that'll be Azorio, number 8. Azorio, a first-team all-conference selection for the Eagles in the midfield. We'll take this. Ball sent in. Barreto gets a little bit of a head on it. We'll stay with CMU. So deflected by Missouri Valley defender. It's again tied it. 1-1 here. 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Munoz. Barrick. Castro. Castro goes down. Good scoring opportunity for CMU. Murray was there lurking, but Benitez comes up and snags that. CMU women's basketball up 17-11 in the first quarter over in Sterling. Murray can't contain that, so White is going to send one upfield. It's going to go the way of CMU, though, on a throw-in. Yamaguchi, ball turned over. Guevara. Castro sends it up to Luque. Luque, she had a hat trick against Benedictine, looking to get on the score sheet here for CMU as we're currently tied at 1-1. It'll be a corner kick for the Eagles. Azorio will take it for CMU. Just under 34 minutes remaining here in half number 2. Again, if we remain tied, we'll play 2 10-minute overtime periods. It does not matter if someone scores first. There's no golden goal. We'll play both of those periods. This ball sent in. Zamora. Deflected out. Again, defender was just in the right spot at the right time. Another ball sent in, though. Benitez jumps up and grabs that. She had Murray right in front of her as well. So Zamora got the initial touch on it, but Missouri Valley defender in the right spot guarding the near post for her goalkeeper and was able to deflect that one out. Otherwise, that would have found the back of the net. Zamora with 5 goals so far this year. Both the Hart Defensive Player of the Year and I almost said it again. Offensive Player of the Year, but no. Wrong. Incorrect. That goes to Ashley Arribas over at Missouri Valley. The Hart Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year is Alicia Zamora. So, took home both of those honors. First team all-conference selection. And she's also wearing the captain's armband today. So again, as we go along, we'll provide score updates from other teams across campus, and that was Arribas and Zamora doing battle. So Deja White will throw it in for Missouri Valley. It won't be a corner. Ball thrown in. Headed out. Ball deflected by Barreto. CMU going to just elect to clear that. Benitez comes way off of her line. Luque providing pressure, as is Barreto. And Hana Kanami just elects to clear that one out of play, allows the defense to reset as CMU will be awarded a throw in. That's Munoz. Again, we've got CMU volleyball playing for a conference championship over in Parkville. Women's basketball over in Sterling. That's Luque. Luque. Wouldn't have mattered. She's offsides anyway. So a free kick for Missouri Valley at about their own 9. Again, if you're looking at the grid lines for football. That's Arribas. Missouri Valley screaming for a handball on Azario. They don't call it, though. I don't think he was in the right spot to see it, but probably got away with one there. Letelier looking for Luque. Christine Luque. Letelier. Castro, back to Letelier on the near side. Letelier was looking for Murray. Good defense by Carrasco Mesa. They'll call Mesa for a foul. Either that or a throw-in. We'll see what they elect. Zamora's over here looking for a ball, so I'm going to imagine that this is a free kick for the Eagles. So Zamora from about the 31. Zamora sends this one into the box. Too far out in front. Barreto and Luque were both there to provide pressure but couldn't get there in time. Benitez scoops that one up. Sends that over to White. White. Zario. Sends that one out. Be a throw-in for Missouri Valley, but deep in their own territory, so allows the Eagles to get back and reset. White will throw it in. It's headed by Azario. Letelier. Carmona doing battle. White. Back to Mesa. Mesa looking for Arribas, but Azario shields her and keeps possession for CMU, and really good ball movement from Azario to maintain possession for the Eagles. Castro on the near side. Castro to Azario. Azario to Murray. Ball cleared by White. Just elects to send that one way out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for Yamaguchi. Oh. Ball sent upfield. Zamora can't get enough on it, and that's Kanami with it. Kanami still with it. She goes down. They'll call Zamora for the foul. I don't know if she was... I think she might have just been outside the box, though. We'll see, though. Or it would have just gone out of play. Again, we'll have to see. I think it'll be a corner kick. So ball goes out of play. No foul called. Maluska Guevara. Remember, she had the opening goal for the Vikings. It's about 4 or 5 minutes into this match to give Missouri Valley a 1-0 lead. Valley an opportunity to set piece here. Guevara raises her hand, sends that ball into the box. White, ball cleared out. Leak goes down. Luke's still down, as is Azario. A little bit of gamesmanship here. It's always one of my favorite parts of soccer. Will get a stoppage in play. So Azario is up. And Luque for CMU is up as well. Zamora. Good defense by Munoz. Goes out of play. Deflected off of Valley, so CMU is awarded a throw-in. Munoz on the far side there. Mesa. Headed back by Yamaguchi. Murray over there to provide pressure. Goes out of play. Be a throw-in for Central. Ball goes out of play. Guevara. This will be a throw-in for CMU. Yamaguchi up to Letelier. Letelier to Luque. Luque back to Castro. Thank you, Tim. Letelier. Luque. CMU volleyball drops set 1 to Park over in Parkville in the first set of the championship. I assume it was 25-18. It was. So they're trailing 1-0 there in that frame after one complete set. CMU basketball, women's basketball up 23-14 on Sterling.
Still says the first quarter on their scoreboard, but I assume that's the second quarter. They just haven't changed it over yet. So CMU women up by 9. They're just about to hit halftime. Valley, Deja White will get a throw in. Arribas goes down. No call on Osorio. Osorio to Barreto. Barreto looking for Barrick. Barrick can't track it down, though. Too far out in front, though. Comes back the way of Missouri Valley, and they're looking to counter here as well. Barrick. Mesa trying to find something in the box, but cleared by Zamora. We'll get a foul on Luque. She doesn't like the call. Asking, what did I do? Christine Luque. Free kick quickly taken by Carrasco Mesa. Zamora heads that back. Barrick to Barreto. Kanami. Kanami with good pressure from Osorio and Barreto. Barreto with it now up the near side. She's got 2 defenders on her, needs support. A lot of action here at the midfield, as we're just about 22 minutes left here in second half action. Again, if we remain tied, we'll play 2 overtime periods. There is no golden goal, though, anymore. Christine Luque. Luque jukes a defender. Christine Luque. Great save by Benitez. Luque still with it. She's got some space. Luque cleared out, and really good one-on-one defense from Benitez, as Christine Luque was in a really good spot to put CMU up 2-1. CMU still trying to provide some pressure. That ball will go out. That'll be a goal kick for the Vikings, as Jimenez will come in for CMU. See who she replaces. No one's come off yet, so it's going to be Luque. So Jimenez for Luque here, as we're just under 21 minutes left. So goal kick taken by Missouri Valley, deep in their own territory, though. Ball deflected out of play, though. It'll be a throw-in for Missouri Valley. Headed back by Zamora. Headed again. Nazario, Letelier. Letelier looking for Murray. Good defense by Deja White. And Missouri Valley with a chance to send one into the box. They do. Too far out in front, though. That'll just be a goal kick for Blanco and the Eagles. So quickly send that to Zamora. Zamora's going to send that one upfield. So looking for Barreto, but Carmona sends that one back. Castro to Barrick. Barrick, a graduate transfer from Mid-America Nazarene. Sends it up to Jimenez here on the near side. Jimenez back to Barrick. Yamaguchi. Nazario. Over to Munoz. Munoz. Murray. Was looking for either Jimenez or Barrick on a little give and go, but miscommunication there. Barreto. Yamaguchi. Castro. Castro looking for Jimenez. That's Andrea Jimenez. Good defense by White. Clears that one out. Yamaguchi. Castro. To Letelier. Letelier finds the back of the net. Delia Letelier with 18:09 remaining puts CMU out in front 2-1. An absolute strike from Delia Letelier. The freshman midfielder from Oslo, Norway, puts CMU out in front. An absolute strike from the freshman. And the freshmen today have been carrying the Eagles as Paula Castro ties it up, and Delia Letelier, about 18 minutes left, puts CMU out in front. So Paula Castro in on that goal as well. Picks up an assist. So Missouri Valley now looking for the equalizer with under 18 minutes left. And how about that? Your first career goal as an Eagle, and it comes in the final 18 minutes of the conference tournament championship game. To put your team out in front, that's the story for Letelier. Freshman from Oslo, Norway. He's had a couple assists this year, but an absolute strike from the freshman to put CMU out in front. 2-1 in this conference tournament final. So we'll see how the Vikings can respond here. Yamaguchi for Murray. So they'll call Murray for a handball there. It'll go the other way. It's basically essentially a foul. They'll take it quickly. Munoz to Zamora. And some trouble for CMU, and I think that is Guevara again. Guevara with the game-tying goal. Just 3 minutes after CMU takes the lead, Guevara's got a brace here. And we're tied at 2-2 in this Hart Tournament Championship. Malusco Guevara, senior midfielder out of Panama City, Panama, just slipped past the CMU back line. Flicked that ball into the back left side of the net. And we're tied at 2-2 here. And this is championship soccer at its finest, so if you've all got some popcorn, you better go get it, because this is going to be a wild final 15 minutes of play if we get there. Still a lot of time left. Again, tied at 2-2. There is no golden goal. If we head to overtime, we'd play 2 10-minute overtime periods. Regardless if someone scores, we will play both of those periods to their completion. And if that can't decide it, we'll have penalty shootout.
CMU just got the momentum back, and then instantly Guevara and the Vikings answer almost 3 minutes later. So Mesa goes down. Marta Carrasco Mesa is still down. Get a stoppage in play as the athletic trainers are called out. She's still down on the field, so we'll see what's going on there. So we'll take a quick break as our AT, Sam Tresky, comes out. So CMU and Missouri Valley are tied at 2-2 in this Hart Tournament Championship Final. We'll be right back. Don't go away. You're listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network. All right, so that was Marta Carrasco Mesa down for Missouri Valley. She'll re-enter here, but she's got to come off because of the extended injury time. So Zamora sends it up to Yamaguchi. Again, we're tied at 2-2 here, less than 15 minutes left. Letelier puts CMU out in front. Beautiful strike for her first goal of the year, and just like that, less than 3 minutes later, Malusco Guevara for Missouri Valley answers right back. And we're tied at 2-2. So it's a heavyweight battle between two of the top teams in the Heart of America, 1 versus 2. Both these teams will make some noise in the national tournament. Again, we'll find out where and who those teams will be playing here on Monday. And the NAIA selection show will go out on YouTube Monday afternoon. So we'll find out all that information. CMU Volleyball currently up 11-9 in set 2. They trailed in set 1, or they fell in set 1, 25-18. Looking to bounce back here in the Hart Tournament Championship over in Parkville. Letelier is looking for Barreto. Barreto to Zario. Zario back to Letelier. Letelier to Munoz. Munoz to Luque. Headed back. It's Guevara. Guevara with some space. Carrasco Mesa comes back in for Missouri Valley. Goes out of play, though, so that'll be a throw-in for CMU. Zario. Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi to Jimenez. Jimenez. Turned over back to Carrasco Mesa. Guevara. Turned over Letelier to Murray. Again, trying to send it up to Luque. Benitez just comes out and smothers that.
Under 13 minutes left here, tied at 2-2 in this Hart Tournament Championship final. And CMU looking for their 5th straight conference tournament championship. There's Christine Luque to Murray. Murray goes down. They'll call a foul. That'll be on Carrasco Mesa, I believe number 16. It is, so Murray goes down at about the 10. So that a good set piece opportunity for CMU, and Zamora's already down there ready to go set the ball. Zamora, senior captain, playing her final home match at Davis Field, will take this. Free kick from about the 13. Senior from Valladolid, Spain. Official says, okay, that ball is curled in. Too high. Saw the idea and what she wanted to do. She wanted to curl it into that top right corner. Too much gas on that one, though. It'll be a goal kick for Missouri Valley, just under. About to be under 11 minutes here. It's Guevara to Mesa. Mesa, that ball goes out. Tries to sell it. We'll instantly get a stoppage in play. CMU's trying to move on it quickly. Of course, all sorts of debating with the line official, but it was clearly out of play. We'll get a stoppage in play on the clock. 10:32 remaining. As Murray and Carrasco Mesa are both going to get a talking to from the official. It'll be quick. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles, and we'll play on here shortly. Again, you can already feel the intensity if you haven't already. Yamaguchi throws it in. Again, we'll get a foul on Murray, number 11. Barrick. White. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Vikings as we're under 10 minutes left here. Halftime over in Sterling, Kansas. CMU women's basketball, the number 8 team in the country, leads Sterling College 40-25 at the halftime break. Again, CMU volleyball, live action here as KJ's got it pulled up on the screen for you. At least for me. CMU up 14-12 in that second set as they trail 1-0 in the match. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for CMU on the far side. That'll be Munoz to throw it in. Before Munoz gets a chance, Castro's going to come in. She'll replace Jimenez, so good minutes from Andrea Jimenez, the junior out of Thornton, Colorado. It's Barreto with it. Barreto, a quiet day. You wouldn't mind to see her come alive here in the final 9 minutes of this contest. Again, two heavyweights here in the Heart of America and in the NAI. Number 1 versus number 2, less than 45 minutes apart from each other. Castro sends this up to Leak. Offsides. Again, that's about the third or fourth time that Luque's been called offsides. Again, just a little bit too far out in front. Can't time it quite right. So it'll be either it's an offsides or it's I don't know if that's a foul, but regardless, it's a free kick for the Vikings. Yamaguchi heads it back. Murray
Murray to Castro. Castro to Letelier. Ball goes back, and Guevara with it now. Guevara is one person you don't want to have the ball, because she's had both those goals today for Missouri, or for the Vikings, and is a problem for CMU all afternoon. Barrick flicks it up. Good pass to Barreto. Mariana Barreto. Double teams up to Luque. Christine Luque. Too far out in front. Benitez just comes off her line and scoops it up. 7.5 minutes remaining. Letelier clears that one out. Stays in play. Now finally goes out. It'll be a throw-in for CMU at about midfield. Munoz to Barreto. Barreto. Missouri Valley with some offensive pressure here. Nazario to Munoz. Munoz to Barrick. Barrick to Castro. Castro with some speed. Castro with some space. She's got Murray out to her left. Luque trailing in the middle. Murray trying to flick one on to Luque. Miscommunication, though. That ball sent back out. Letelier. Mesa Carrasco. Carrasco Mesa, excuse me. Guevara with possession. She goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for CMUs. They're just right at 6 minutes left here in regulation. So a reminder, if we're tied at 2-2, we'll play 2 10-minute overtimes. There's no golden goal anymore in NAIA soccer. So if someone scores, we will still complete the full 2-minute periods. We ran into that issue last year during our opening round. And Arribas with a spot. Finds it, flicks it. Ashley Arribas, the Hart Offensive Player of the Year, catches Benitez off her line, and Arribas flicks it into the back of the net, and Missouri Valley leads 3-2 here with just under 5.5 minutes remaining. An absolute stunner. And the sophomore forward out of Lake Forest, California, making her presence known, has had a quiet afternoon, but it's come in clutch when her team needs it. And she gives the Vikings a 3-2 lead here. See how CMU can respond. They've got 5 minutes to work with. Back and forth affair. Munoz. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for CMU. Letelier to Munoz. Letelier. Munoz. Zamora. 4:20 left. CMU needs to start building up some offense. They've got little time to work with here. 4-time defending conference championships, tournament champions. On their heels now is the number 2 seeded Vikings, looking to knock off the Eagles. So 3:12 left. And they'll call Missouri Valley for a foul. I believe that's number 9, Victoria Einsbohr. Just under 3 minutes remaining. CMU trailing now, 3-2. Murray, Christine Leak. Barreto. Ball cleared out by Missouri Valley. It'll be a throw-in for CMU, though. They've got to work quickly, though. Castro. That ball goes out of play. Throw in quickly again for CMU. Azario. Again, good idea by Missouri Valley just to clear that out. That's Maddie Hudson. Yamaguchi. Carrasco Mesa. Just under 2 minutes left. Ball thrown in. Little ear goes down. Zamora to Yamaguchi. You're welcome. Tim gave you the rundown on that? Okay. Zamora. Zamora to Murray. Murray. That's Munoz. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for CMU. They've got about 90 seconds to work with here. Munoz quick throw into Murray. Lacey Ann Murray. There's Mariana Barreto. Mariana Barreto. No. Headed out. Still in play. Finally goes out. That'll be a corner kick for CMU, though. One of their final few opportunities here to score. About 1 minute left here as the countdown is on. It's going to be Larissa Azario, number 8, on the corner. Ball sent in. Headed out. Zamora. Alicia Zamora. Ball sent out. Quick throw in. Just under 40 seconds left. CMU imploring. Good job by Missouri Valley just to send that one out. Still a throw in. 30 seconds left. Zamora's got to get back. Zamora. Murray. Ball goes out. There'll be a throw-in. It's going to be a corner. They need to work quickly, though. This is the last opportunity. Christine Leak. Larissa Azario. Here's Azario as the countdown is on. Larissa Azario. Ball headed. Goes out, and that final score, Missouri Valley College upsets the number 1 seeded Central Methodist Eagles by a final score of 3-2 here at Davis Field. An absolute stunner against the 4-time defending conference tournament champions. And credit to Missouri Valley. They played well all afternoon and answered every response that CMU had. So well done to Missouri Valley. Credit to them. And an absolute heartbreaker for the Central Methodist Eagles. But again, credit to Missouri Valley. They answered all of the calls and all of the responses that CMU had to offer all afternoon. And really just a well-played game. So we'll have the championship trophy presentation. We'll bring that live to you here as we get set up. So we'll have the trophy presentation for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my headset out the window so you folks and Marshall can listen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention to midfield, we would like to first congratulate the Hart Conference Tournament runner-up, Central Methodist University, on a fantastic Hart Conference Tournament run. And now, to present the 2023 Heart of America Athletic Conference Women's Soccer Conference Tournament Championship Trophy is to Missouri Valley College is Central Methodist Director of Athletics, Jeff Sherman. Congratulations to the Missouri Valley Vikings on an incredible 2023 conference tournament postseason run.
All right, so that was the trophy presentation. Thank you to Jeff Sherman and Tim Crowley, our AD and assistant AD, for getting that lined up for the Vikings. So let's provide some quick stats for you, and then we will call it a day here at Davis Field. So an absolute stunner if you're a CMU fan. A heartbreaker, but really just a well-played game all the way around. Two heavyweights here in the Heart of America Athletic Conference in women's soccer. Of course, both these sides have still more to go. They will play in the national tournament next week. Those sites and opponents will be announced on Monday. So still more to play for both these sides. So I'll get you some team comparisons here. CMU finishes the evening with 14 shots, 8 of those shots on goal, compared to 9 shots and 6 shots on goal for Missouri Valley. 3 total saves for Blanco Esteban and the Eagles. 5 saves for Missouri Valley. CMU, a lot more opportunities on set pieces. They finished with 6 corners compared to just 3 for the Vikings. 4 offsides for CMU. So they had several scoring opportunities and just really struggled to get that timing down. 19 combined fouls for both sides. 2 yellow cards on Missouri Valley, none on CMU. So looking at individual stats here, if I can get this figured out. So Paula Castro leads the way with 3 shots, 3 of those shots coming on goal, including a goal and an assist. Alicia Zamora and Lacey Ann Murray, Mariana Barreto and Christine Luque, all with 2 shots apiece. Murray with both her shots coming on goal, as is Luque. And then Delia Letelier, her first career goal for CMU came in the second half. Larissa Osorio also with a shot and a shot on goal, as was Andrea Jimenez. So that'll do it here from Davis Field. An absolutely brilliant championship match from both sides. Nothing to be ashamed of. A heartbreaker for CMU, but congratulations to the Vikings on an incredible tournament run and a really solid championship performance. They take this one home 3-2 and end a streak of 4 straight conference tournament championships for the Central Methodist Eagles. But we'll have more postseason action. We'll actually be out at, actually we don't know yet, to be determined, but we'll have more postseason action for both these teams. That'll be the NAI National Championship opening round. Those games will start on
Thursday, November 16th, and then they'll go into Saturday, November 18th, and then the winners of those opening round sites will head to Orange Beach, Alabama for the final site. So more coming for both these sides. A tough day, but again, just a brilliant performance by Missouri Valley, and congratulations to them. So that'll do it from here. Final score in this Hart Women's Soccer Tournament Championship Final. Missouri Valley knocks off Central Methodist by a final score of 3-2. This is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central. Appreciate y'all tuning in with me today. Shout out to a few people on my staff for all that they do. Caitlin Streeter on stats, Clara Crowley running the scoreboard, KJ Johnson, Natalie Quinteros doing the double duty of producing and getting photos for me. Steve Miller, I think he was down there getting some photos as well, and Mackenzie Troost running the camera for me. So appreciate all them. It takes a village to make stuff like this work. So that'll do it here. We'll have more coming for you guys next week for the Indiana National Championship. But once again, this is Rachel Moore, Assistant AD and Director of Athletic Communications here at Central. You've been listening to CMU Eagles Women's Soccer here on the Hart Conference Network.